Ooh. Ha ha ha. Ooh, we're gonna get this in. It is going down. Woo. Huh. I have to eat that. Ooh. There we go. I gotta do something with that. Yo, 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 yo. You know what I'm saying? What's up? I got to jam out before I put Facebook on tonight. I am feeling it. It is going on tonight. We're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, you know what I'm saying? I would like to give y'all a big round of applause. You know, because most of the time when I come on here, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Because we don't want that sound to go through y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to sound like, let me put the noise down. Cool. We got the noise down. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I would like to say what's up and welcome. You know what I'm saying? To 1438 North Ninth, the podcast, the one and only. You know what I'm saying? The one and only. We're going to turn it out because today we're going to talk about it. And what we're going to talk about, I am, you know, if you look at my bio, it says street talking motivational speaker, Gen X cross generational specialist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 50-year-old man telling a black man's story on a black man's time. You know what I'm saying? And I heard some today that really sparked my interest and my energy. You know what I mean? And I got to keep it rolling and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, I would like to say, you know, hello, let me give y'all some mood music. You know what I'm saying? To let you start to feel it. And if you don't really understand street slang, you know what I'm saying, or that street talk, you might get a little lost tonight, or you might learn something. You might learn something. You know what I'm saying? Because as I speak that talk and put that verb with the word, you know what I'm saying? I just finished Willie Lynch, the Willie Lynch theory. You know what I'm saying? And the psychologies and subjugation that have been put on my culture, you know what I'm saying, by another culture. Ooh, let us do that. You know what I'm saying? Let us turn this down. You know, let me let me make sure you understand me when I talk to you. Let me turn this down and turn the flavor to match the lighting in here. Okay, so we gotta go a little bit. Now we gotta turn the noise down. Yeah, we don't want no noise. We'll turn all the noise down. Good. Yo, 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 yo. Cool. So treble gotta go a little bit. I just think it's the okay, so if you hear no, no, let's hello? Yeah, there we go. Because I don't want it to sound like I'm in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, welcome to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I am your voice of choice, the one and only Michael to the coach. You know what I'm saying? Mihail. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a Gen X cross generational specialist as I speak to the youngins, but as I also speak to my own, you know what I'm saying, age group. You know what I mean? You know, I'm cleaning up my closet for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Get my skeletons out and just, you know, saying what's on my mind. But not only that, you know, I can have it programmed a certain way. If you want to go on my live and look at my videos, then you can see how I have my program channel, my channel program. You know what I'm saying? Not only did I program it, you know what I'm saying, from me, giving up excerpts of my life, you know what I'm saying? But also look, listen and learn. You know what I mean? There are a lot of things, you know what I mean, to be learned from one's own journey. And also, post your comments because it's a two-way conversation. Most definitely. In a minute, I'm gonna start speaking that street slang, because I'm feeling real good tonight. So tonight, you know what I'm saying, definitely. And if you don't think I have a program to it, it is a program. I wake up and work hard every day. You know what I'm saying? Feed the faith and start the devil. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you believe in, but I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in a higher power. I believe that there's some type of force, some type of energy that's keeping us because people, humans, are the only ones to change this earth, you know what I'm saying, to what they want it to be, you know? And it's a wonderful thing. And like I said, fucking just open up. Okay, cool. So there's a learning curve to this also, you know what I mean? And the points that I'm going to speak on tonight, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking that street talk. I'm gonna talk it in a way where I hope you understand it, you know what I mean? I'm street talking success parts 1 and 2 tomorrow. You know what I mean? And if this is your first time joining me, you know what I mean? Most of the time I do all my episodes you know what I'm saying, in threes. I do all my episodes in threes. So it'll be 3 episodes, then it'll be an interlude. You know what I mean? And like tonight, I'm just feeling good. So I'm gonna speak it the way I know it. And what you mean by that, Michael? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk my talk. You know what I mean? Definitely gonna talk that talk tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I do want the light off, but then again, there might be a few new people on tonight. So, I'm gonna just keep it on. Hell, fuck it. I still gotta get light and do a few other things. You know what I mean? So definitely let's bump this right here and tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend. If you have not ever see me or talk to me tonight is going to be interesting. So grab your blunt, grab your drink. You know what I mean? Yourself something that's going to make you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Relax and understand what I'm talking about. Tonight, the points that I'm talking about, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna let you know what points I'm talking about. Like how life turned out. You know what I'm saying? And not only how life turned out, how did I learn what I'm going through in my life? And what was my life as a whole when I was a youngin? And also do I fit in this big cacophony of life that I was learning? Because I was tired of drinking sugar water and syrup sandwiches and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story is about to begin. And another point that I'm talking about is how my life turned out, and how did my worst nightmares become a successful path? You know what I'm saying? Not only, and how did I, what I'm saying, learn the slang that I learned? You know what I'm saying? How did I learn to talk that talk and walk that walk? You know what I'm saying, mama? Because you can call me daddy. You know what I'm saying? Tell her I said that you can call me daddy. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get that right there. And for all the ladies out there that's listening, we're going to give a big, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Just laugh at it one time. You know what I mean? Let us go, let us move, but we're going to go like that. So, yes. So, let us begin. So, what, and as we go on, there's a few people that I know, and I'm going to give a big shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Red Wine Spirits. You know what I mean? Definitely, you know what I mean. One of the proprietors there, or one of the people there, his name is Asante. Pretty cool ass dude. You know what I mean. And you definitely got to support the businesses in your local neighborhood. You know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna definitely go and support right there, Tommy the Barber. You know what I mean. Located over there on Howard. 2339 West Howard. Damn good friend of mine. I'm talking about this man be cutting like none other. You know what I mean. And just look it up. There. And I'm telling you, that's Cuts and Blends. So Cuts and Blends, Red Violin Wine and Spirits at 7407 North Clark. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at these people. You know what I mean? And go make sure that they're successful in today's day and age. You know what I mean? So boom, let us go. And so what am I feeling? Like I said, I'm gonna talk about, how I learned talk, what I'm saying, my talk and my street slang, and how did I peep the OGs when they was out there getting it done. But like I said, I heard this song today. It is on fire. I'm supposed to be on Facebook. They're gonna be mad though. They'll be okay. They will be a okay. Because I definitely got to bump this before I go, because I got to get in the mood. Even though I got my points written down, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, each one reaches one, teaches one. But y'all got to hear this. This is this is some old school right here. But it's people my age telling it how it was. So we gonna open it up with that tonight. You know what I'm saying? They might block me for copyright, but I no care. You know what I'm saying? Do not care. We're gonna skip that. So yeah, I am feeling it, y'all. This is by the Delinquents. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right there. Hold on. See, you got to be my age to know about this. Yeah. Yes. Come on. They're gonna give me for this. Y'all know about that. And if y'all, that's the Delinquents. You know what I'm saying? They out that East Bay. You know what I'm saying? That's that. Listen to it like. Nasty. Yes, like I said, you know what I mean? That's the Delinquents right there. And they're gonna bring that back. That's that old school flavor, but I'm gonna bring that in when I get up off of here and start bumping, because my neighbor's gonna be mad. I'm gonna wang that ish. I'm gonna wang that ish. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what wang that is, I'm gonna beat the walls up off that puppy. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know? Let us get Facebook up in here. Let us get the book up in here. Because they like, huh? Yeah. Yes. And definitely, I got to get it to where it's bumping in the back. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Facebook? You know what I'm saying? I kept you on hold for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that Money Mike is at it again. My friends call me Conversation, but you can call me Hillside Mike. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know where Hillside Projects is, it's a little bitty city in the middle of a city in a place called Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? That's where it is. You know what I mean? So if you don't know what it is, little place in Milwaukee on 6th Street, you know what I'm saying, called Hillside Terrace Projects. You know what I'm saying? And why do I love the projects so much? Because they put us in so many projects, you know what I'm saying, that we didn't, we had to act a certain way. And that's why I read the Willie Lynch theory. Because if you don't know about psychologies and psychiatry that have been placed on, you know what I'm saying, my culture today, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know nothing about the Willie Lynch theory, go get the book, The Willie Lynch Theory. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not black, then you probably might not understand the totality of it. But once you read those 28 pages, you will understand the totality of it right there. You know what I mean? Silence is definitely not gold. You know what I'm saying? And if you tuned in right now, you talking to the right one. You know what I mean? And tonight, like I said, I'm feeling good. So I'm going to talk about, you know what I mean, what it means to be a street talking motivational speaker. I came up with that term. I had to make my own lane. You know what I'm saying? So I give a kiss to life. And I want y'all to see this right here. You know what I mean? Definitely. Do y'all see that? Never forget Black Wall Street. That's Tulsa, Oklahoma. Read that. Know that. You know what I'm saying? I wear my peg. You know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Know what happened in Florida and you know what I'm saying? And with the movies that they came out. You know what I'm saying? If you culturally responsible, then you know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, I'm a black man telling a black man's story about the things that I've gone through in my life. I'll be 51 April 16th. I'll be 51 April 16th. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going in, I'm moving in and grooving. And one of the best things I could say, when I was talking to my life coach, you know, and her name is Susan Spritz Myers. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to have some education on leadership abilities and find your best qualities, her name is Susan Spritz Myers. You know what I'm saying? One hell of a life coach. She did the Colby theory on me, and it felt good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna promote the people that helped me get where I am. You know what I mean? And one thing I will say, I've taken my skill and elevated myself to a position and place in life to where I can enjoy and do other things and open up other, you know what I'm saying, attributes to what I want to be. Now, one thing about when I was growing up, one thing I've noticed in my life, when I look at all these car shows and all this, and I see one white man, you know what I'm saying? When I see one white man with about 30 or 40 collectibles, you know what I'm saying? Because if they had to shared it or if they had to let it go out, then you know what I'm saying, then the secret will be out. So we're gonna talk about the hiding of wealth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the lineage of wealth, and we're also gonna talk about the highways and the trees that separate the wealth from the ghettos and the small bridges that keep the people in the ghettos contained. And we're also gonna talk about the large land masses, because you go out to any suburbs, you know what I'm saying? You will not find a liquor store on every corner, a church on every corner, or somebody to do your hair on every corner, a cosmetologist place. You know what I'm saying? So today and tomorrow, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk my street talk about how. You know what I'm saying? I make the elbows move and I put myself up into positions to receive a blessing. And you know what? And not only to receive a blessing, you know what I'm saying? To get this going. You know what I mean? Just like that. And we're going to start off in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? So tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story is about to begin. You know? Boom. So get comfortable. We're about to do this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And definitely the reason why I kept the light on so you can get to see me. Now you're gonna be able to feel me. Look a little too damn bright. You know what I'm saying? So let me turn that down just a little bit. Gotta go back to that and just turn this off. So I hope you can see me, and definitely let's get this done. You know, I tell you, I always be moving around. I'm never comfortable. It just has to be right. Not perfect. I ain't nothing perfect about me. It just has to be right, like that right there. So I'm not looking like Dracula. Ha ha. Definitely, because I am a lichen. And what is a lichen? I'm a werewolf, baby. You didn't know? So let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I got my points. Boom. Let's put it on, cat daddy. Let them go. I gotta clean my specs, because as I speak this, y'all gonna know. And welcome. If this is your first time joining me, I would like to say what's up. And let's get it on. So tonight I'm talking about street talking success. What is street talking success? You know what I mean? And how did I name myself a street talking motivational speaker? Because either one, I was gonna be I was gonna be a pastor, you know what I'm saying? You know, or I was gonna be a pimp. And I did my pimping, but I also had consequences along in the ecosystem of America, because America is a business. It's a business, and let that light go off in your house. Let the light go off in your mind. You know what I mean? So let me put on my shades so I can talk this talk and you can understand where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put the first time I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna just speak it. And as I start to get on my shades, you know what I'm saying, and speak from a man from the Everglades, you know what I'm saying, like a man with a treaty in Tahiti. If you know what I'm speaking, I ain't gonna talk real slow, but I might be a little speedy, if you understand what I'm saying. So just to break that down for you, and I ain't gonna do that too much tonight, because if you don't understand street slang, I'm not gonna give you the instructions to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to open up everything for everybody, because if you didn't learn through my struggle, then you should know it. You know, everything ain't for everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And let the band play. So we're gonna go like this. You know what I'm saying? Michael, how did you come to be? And like I said, if this is your first time joining me, I'm cleaning out my closets. I'm giving up my skeletons. I'm giving up things that have made me strong over the years that I've held on to that I just want to let go. You know what I'm saying? Because let my experiences help somebody up out there. You know what I mean? Just like that. And I think that's really
Awesome!
cool. So yeah, we're gonna get that going. You know? So let us start. Let us begin. You know what I'm saying? Michael, where you from? I am from Chicago, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Born on the west side. You know what I'm saying? West side, the best side. You know what I mean? And let the crowd say yes. You know what I mean? And so, I'm Aries. I'm a fire sign. So why you speak what you speak, Daddy? You know what I mean? Over the years, I've held in a lot of pressure, a lot of pain, and I've let things get to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an empath. I'm sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So, I would have sensibly, sensitive, coming up, being sensitive. I am the coolest person in the world. You know what I mean? And I don't want to cause no trouble. I just wanted to get through, and I just wanted to be. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to exist. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Being in my ecosystem and being treated the way we've been treated, you know what I'm saying? With the Jim Crow laws, with everything that has been done to us for a millennia, for a many of a year. You know what I mean? And most people nowadays, people say, well, I wasn't born then. I wasn't part of it. You're culturally responsible. And I'm not saying my name is Victor. My name is Mike because I'm not a victim, except for I am a survivor of suffrage. You know what I'm saying? I am a survivor of everything that has been done to my culture and that I speak. You know what I'm saying? When you see me, you see black pain, God damn it. You know what I mean? And you see the intelligence of a Fortune 500 CEO of a billionaire, but you also see the man that's standing right there on that street corner that you scared of that will put his foot dead up your ass. And let the crowd say amen. You know what I mean? Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that a grown man is speaking about it. You know what I mean? I come in the house, your kids go in the room. You know what I mean? When I come in the house, I buy them something. When I come in the house, you know you getting your spine broke. You know what I mean? Just like that. And let the people move and say amen.
Awesome!
Yeah, I think it's awesome too. So, being born in Chicago and going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you know what I'm saying? When I was a little young, to the scooter, you know what I'm saying? Running in the pamper with no loves and no, no huggies and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Holding on to my mama's side. I probably didn't have a shirt on. You know what I mean? But I probably had a big ass pamper, you know what I mean, that I was using. You know what I mean? So besides all that, coming from Chicago, I was born in a maternity home. I bet you don't know what a maternity home is, do you? That's Florence Crittenden. It was called the Florence Crittenden maternity home. Do I have a baby picture of myself? No. You know what I'm saying? Can I find the old records of, my origins? It's just like slavery because when I did, you know what I'm saying, my 23andMe, I found out I was 66% Nigerian. And I think that's awesome. You know what I mean? So I'm investigating that, but it stops on the shores of Virginia. You know what I mean? Where my so-called grandfather is from. You know what I mean? Then when I did my lineage, I found out that at some point in my lineage, you know what I mean? My great 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 grandfather was a slave. You know what I mean? As well as his wife and 3 kids. You know what I mean? So as I traced the heritage back down, I stopped in Virginia, but then when I, put the database in 23andMe, they said in the year of 1,725 in 1725 that my people were captured, they were encapsulated, they were put down in some treacherous conditions, they were shipped right on top of each other in their feces and their urine. Most of them died because when they was getting boarded by other ships or different British colonies that they were passing, they hit a butt, they hit a lever which opened the door, and everybody that was chained on that line, whether it was 100, 200, or 300, they all went to the bottom of the sea. And thus, you can look at the grass and everything down south. and see the rich lushness of it. So I, as a young man from Chicago to Milwaukee, one thing about Milwaukee that I can say that I really didn't respect, but it was just the way things were. You know what I'm saying? I went to Brown Street Elementary School, I went to Cooper Elementary School, and I also went to Greenfield Elementary School, Ninth Street Elementary School. Oh shit. I went to Ninth Street. I went to Brown Street first. I went to Ninth Street second. I went to Cooper third, and I went to Greenfield fourth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I had to listen because Echo's sitting over there talking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the only person that live in this house. So if somebody in this house, oh my God, you don't want to be in this house with me, unsupervised and unpermitted, and I didn't give you no permission. That's a free body right there. And what do I mean by that's a free body? If somebody was to choose to break into my house, I would appreciate it. I really would. And I'm here. Don't break in while I'm not here because everything is insured. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get paid for. I just want you to have a chance and opportunity to understand when you walking into the netherworld. Because I heard a voice behind me and I'm like, is there somebody behind me? You better be real in the field because I'm coming for the deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm classic like fast and I'm quick to crack it. You know what I mean? And what does that mean? That means that I've been through so much pain in my life that I learned how to use it as an energy source. I learned how to use it in my conversation. I learned how to use it to sometimes I got a debo. You know what I'm saying? A few people were like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just gotta let them come in. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Because when I'm standing there and you see that, you see that, you know, just call it a slash. And like I said, I had the Debo. I was so kind. I was so sensitive. I was so patient. And I'm still kind, sensitive, and patient when I choose to be. But I was so kind, so sensitive, and patient, always letting people go in front of me and always knowing that I was in a secondary position. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I was taught growing up, you know what I'm saying? Don't eat with your mouth open. Don't smack. Don't let people look down on you. Keep your head up. Have some pride in yourself and love who you are. Not only that, I was disciplined hard. I was disciplined hard to learn the dynamics of what it is to be a young black man in America. You know what I mean? I was disciplined to know that there's going to be times when the welts go through my skin. There's going to be times when I'm bleeding or I'm feeling, why am I getting persecuted that I've done nothing? Because if you go back to the Willie Lynch theory, the black woman was taught to be strong and she was taught to break her strong male son so he would not be killed. She was taught to break his spirit and put a form of discipline inside of him that would make him fear her, for which I did. These psychologies and principles that's been laid upon us, you know what I'm saying? We're taught to put the black woman in front and put the man behind and make him scared and inferior and scared to act in fear of death. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Because one thing when I was growing up, the one thing these hunkies always used to scare me with is you're going to go to jail. And I went to jail. They used to pick me up at age 13 through 15 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? And take me to the Milwaukee County Safety Building, hold me for 3 fucking days, give me popcorn and Coke, and put me in lineups. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put me in lineups with grown men. I get bologna sandwiches, popcorn, and Coke. And I'm in a little, it's called the alley. It was a holding cell. And then after 3 days, they'll come pop my cell, walk me down to this door, and push me out. They never put me on the board. They never say that I was picked up and locked up. I was just held under suspicion for 72 hours. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that black men going through. You know what I'm saying? One thing the suburbs don't have to worry about is people coming through there and picking up everybody that they're doing an investigation on, that they're doing a suspect. A store was just robbed and you got all the perfect colors on. It's your motherfucking lucky day. You know what I'm saying? But if you go out to the suburbs, they don't do that shit to people. They want to catch them with drunk driving. They want to catch them for murder. They want to catch them beating their wives. They want to catch them, what I'm saying, importing and, with the trunks full. When I'm in Northbrook, when I'm in Winnetka, when I'm in Homewood, not Homewood, what the hell is that place called? Northfield. Northfield is one of the most racist fucking places on earth. You know what I mean? It's a little small community that's built on the persecution of people of color. Because in most white communities, they don't know how to deal with people of color because when they go look at the birth of a nation, they see white people painted with black faces, people with their eyes buck wide open, people, you know what I'm saying? One thing about picnics, it came from pick a nigga. You know what I mean? And one thing about the affluence and the wealth, one thing, when the land developers start buildings, the suburbs, they call rail homes, RELL, little short, fat white man. You know what I mean? When all the GIs came home, except African Americans, and you can look up the real housing contracts if you want to. You can look up the real housing contracts if you want to. They were not to rent to people of color. So if you don't give us a chance to build wealth, how the fuck you think we're gonna ever catch you? You don't want to be caught. So what did you do? You burned down Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Never forget. Never forget. That's Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? Black Wall Street and the many of pockets that we have built, the Cotton Club, you know what I'm saying? The juke joints, you know, there's many colors of purple that we built, you know what I'm saying, to sit back. Because your most famous Elvis Presley learned all those things down at a black Southern church that he wasn't supposed to be a part of. He learned how to move his legs at that black church and listening to those preachers. And one thing I didn't know about Hitler that I'm going to put out there is that Hitler learned his oration from Southern black preachers. He heard how they spoke and he mimicked the oration. He kept his words, his hand gestures, and I did not know that because I'm a time buff. So I'm always watching, everything, from back. How did this happen? How did that happen? When I was young in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I was at Central Youth Library. I was at Central Youth Library, right across the street from the Milwaukee Public Museum, even before they built the Discovery Center in there. I used to look at microfiche and microfilm. And it took me 4 years, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was hiding in the library because I was hiding from the bullies. I didn't like to fight then. I told you, I'm sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I like the ladies. I didn't like to fight at first. It's not until they broke my nose when I was 13. So I used to hide out at Central Youth Library. I used to get off the bus, run through Hillside Projects, run over the bridge, through Pabst Brewery, you know what I mean, watching all the engineers, and get down to Central Youth Library and play the Atari because I never had an Atari. I had to go to Central Youth Library, you know what I'm saying, to do things like that. You know what I mean? And just as people rode their BMX and things like that, nah. Out of $636 a month, my mother being on welfare, she couldn't afford, you know what I mean, a skateboard because her money management skills were not good. One thing that I can say that, you know, I tend to look at in life as I was growing up, and I would be, at Cooper Elementary School. When I went to Brown Street and Ninth Street, those were black schools. Then Charter 22 came out. They snatched me out of Ninth Street and sent me to Cooper Elementary School. That was the first day I was scared as hell. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there in the back of the class. I'll never forget it. Beautiful school. You know what I'm saying? Going up in there, nobody talked to me. Them kids were lily fucking white. They had some of the most prettiest eyes I've ever seen. The greens, the blues, the grays, the combination of colors. Everybody looked at me. They looked like a different, wild, exotic animal that I've never seen. And I know they existed because a social worker who came to our house every month made sure that there was no man living in our house to get that $636 and that $260 in stamps on the 15th of the month. And like I said, to break down our culture, they snatched the female and they broke down the male right in front of the female by tarring feathering him and tying his legs to separate horses running in different directions. And it broke down, you know, the black female to say that you don't have no protector, that ain't nobody coming for you. We're gonna do what the hell we want to do to you. We're gonna break you down and break your spirit so much that any one of us can ride you, that any one of us can mount you, that any one of us can make you negotiable so you can negotiate your sons or your cousins or your husband's life. We want your pleasure and we want to duplicate, but you got to break down and you got to not, if you don't do what we do, we're going to kill your lineage. And which they did. They killed many of our lineage. They made profit. They when they did Rosewood, the mob that burnt down Rosewood and the mob that burnt down Tulsa, Oklahoma, they redeeded all of the properties to themselves. And in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the main person who led the mob, he wrote himself in as the town mayor of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Every property before they burned the properties, they looted it. They looted it. The grand baby pianos, the chandeliers, the clothes. You know what I'm saying? How do these black people live better than us? And we went and we put laws against them. We put them in slavery. You know what I'm saying? We went and we made sure that we keep going through and we're gonna put them in a place. And now, if you look at the critical race theory, if you ever get one of those books, I had one of those books in my hand, and it said that in the formation of America, the pilgrims were aided with assistance from migrants from Africa. They said seasonal migrant workers from Africa came and assisted the fucking pilgrims in the building of America. And if you think I'm lying, I want you to look up critical race theory and get one of the books from under the Mason Dixon line. I'm telling you. Not only do they want to rewrite history, they want to cover it up, but the blood, the Medgar Evers, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, the you know what I'm saying? All of the victims of your hateful crimes, for every Ku Klux Klan member that laughs and on old footage when they're in court down in the South. One thing about racism and being racist, I will say this: it must take a hell of a toll on your culture, on yourself, and your pride to be racist. Because I tell you, to hold up, to hold up a femur or a bone of another man makes you a cannibal. There are cannibals in the wild. There's white cannibals, there's black cannibals, but the worst kind of cannibal is one that won't fucking leave. The worst kind of cannibal is one that sucks the culture up out of you. The worst kind of cannibal is one that looks in your face and say, I got friends that look just like you. The worst kind of cannibal is the one that don't think that everything that they got did not come from blood. That's the worst kind of cannibal. You know what I'm saying? And if this is your first time joining me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a street talking motivational speaker, Gen X cross generational specialist. What's my name? They call me Conversation Biatch. You know what I'm saying? But my real name is Michael Coates. I'm a black man telling a black man's story from the way that I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Getting rid of my skeletons and everything that's in my closet. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't feel a little certain kind of way, it might not be for you because I'm a mature man talking about mature topics in this new day and age. And how did I get on that? Because, like I said, I was taught to bow my head and let white people pass me. I was taught that if we go so far, the bus stop running. Why? Because those trees are so beautiful. If you go past there, by 6 o'clock, you got to be home. One thing about Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this racist as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it showed me the divisions lines in Milwaukee. You would be on the bus and you will get past. If you go past 70th Street and you go into Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, or Mequon, or Conomowoc, or things like that. One thing, I don't try. White people should be glad that we want motherfucking equality and not revenge. White people should be glad that we want equality and not motherfucking revenge. Because let me tell you what this orange faced fucker, you know what I'm saying, said on TV. And then you probably heard it. He said, if I don't get elected, there's going to be a bloodbath. I am not my great, 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 great grandfather. I am. The people I fuck with, they are. The women I know, they are not my great, 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 great grandmother. Do you actually think, you know what I'm saying? America was never great. America is a business. And the business started off bad. And eventually, and at some point, America does do good business. But the business with my people and my culture, oh, that's bad, baby. That's bad business. You know what I'm saying? The stealing of arts, creativity, language, deities, sciences, mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Stars alignment. If you know who Estevanico is, you'll know Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. He was handed the motherfucking telescope because he was the white man who was running the ship and everybody else that was under persecution. Estevanico. Look up Estevanico. That's who discovered America. Christopher Columbus was asleep when Estevanico discovered America. The deckhands woke him up. And as he approached the deck, Estevanico handed him the periscope and they saw land. And it's in the teachings and writings. And it's one thing. It's one thing. And like I said, I'm a street talking motivational speaker, and I had to move my elbows a little bit to make a lot of the people that I deal with open up their motherfucking thought process. You know what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? You know what I'm saying? You know? And what am I saying about that? You know, the lessons that I was taught when I was growing up, going to Cooper Elementary School, going to Greenfield Elementary School, Ninth Street, even though Ninth Street was a black school, they had all white teachers. And I will say this, you know what I mean? And look, and I would like to say, what's up to a few people, and especially I ran into a hell of a good spirit today, and his name was Eric. And I kick it up in Mariano's a lot up in Northbrook. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give a big shout out, you know what I'm saying, to all the people that I fuck with out in Northbrook. You know what I'm saying? And it's a ton of them. You know what I'm saying? If you ever in Northbrook, Illinois, you know what I'm saying, between 2 and 4 o'clock on Monday through Friday, you can catch me at Mariano's. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a good time. I see Ed today. I met E today. And good spirits, good people. And it's nice when you run into people that got a genuine spirit and an open heart. That is a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to say what's up to Jode. I would like to say what's up to Kim. And I would like to say what's up to everybody that's, what I'm saying, up on here. You know, I was a little late today because I had to eat them. And I'm up here pumping, I'm moving. I was at Mar Bar. I had to get things right. But I ain't gonna lie, after tonight, a lot of things gonna get right. Because Monday through Friday, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna be on that 6. I got my points written down. You go through things in life, and as I build and get my way to this new statue of a man that I want to be, what do I mean by new statue of a man? I had to let it go I had to let go of a lot of luggage so I could start to see better and breathe better and open up myself for new ideas and new challenges. You know what I'm saying? What am I scared of? I'm scared, you know what I'm saying, that, old ways and old procrastination is telling me, Mike, go do this, Mike, go do that. And I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm on this new path and this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not doing. And yeah, I got some terrible chopped lip. I don't know where the hell it came from, but hell, first time in a long time that I had it like this, you know. And you know, you have to speak and say, okay, how did you take what you learned from the streets and apply it to life and put it on a template and get it to work for you? You know what I'm saying? So, boom. When I got out of prison, I told myself, what I mean, October 1st, 2007, that was my third time going. No, two times in Wisconsin and one time in Illinois. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go there. You know what I mean? Because one thing, and the cold is, I graduated from high school. Less than a year later, I was in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? For doing what was put in my ecosystem, and that was hustling. You know what I'm saying? And that was, you didn't want to starve. You know what I mean? I was tired of sugar water and syrup sandwiches and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to eat. I wanted to see how it feels. I know how it feels to go to sleep with a full belly of low quality food that doesn't help you think, and that you're so hungry again that the food didn't even digest. What the hell is quality? Why do my shoes always get a hole in it? Why do I always have to go to Payless? Why am I always at Marcus? Why am I always at the Goodwill? Why am I always eating somebody motherfucking scraps? Why? And that's me always saying why is one of the determining factors that I didn't know that made me successful. I got my ass beat for not following the program. I got my ass tore up for not being what people wanted me to be. So I wrote my own ticket in life. You know what I'm saying? And when I talk that talk, daddy, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming for mama. You know what I'm saying? So she could shake that motherfucking jello with some stilettos on the stage in a rage. You know what I'm saying? So I could take them diamonds and go to another page. You know what I'm saying? And as I get Casper throughout a many a state, you know what I'm saying? I leave my footprint and it's evident that I was heaven sent to be relevant. And as I talk this talk, you know what I'm saying? And put a marshmallow on the fire and gain a little fire and get a little crust in the brown. I was never meant to be lily white. You know what I mean? As I cascade in the shade, you know what I'm saying? And I lay back in the Everglades and I throw my feet up like Fred Astaire. You know what I'm saying? I may be dancing on the sky with my tiptoes and shows. You know what I'm saying? But when I speak about, my experiences and I'm walking on a razor blade, have you ever been cut so deep enough that you didn't even know that it was bleeding? You know? And like I said, I'm sensitive. Sensitive don't make me weak because I pull that hammer, you know what I'm saying, and bust your noodles. Your spaghetti will start leaking. You know what I mean? Except for one thing, I will say about these true dynamics in the world in which we live in. Different cultures should open up to try to get to learn another culture. And what do I mean by that? Growing up, it's imperative that black men learn other cultures because you need to learn what you're up against. And in the process of learning other cultures, I learned what Jewish culture is. I learned what Polish culture is, Yugoslavian, Russian culture, Spanish culture. You know what I'm saying? When we read about the potato famine and IRA, when South Africa, you know what I'm saying, and um, Mandela, Nelson Mandela, and Winnie Mandela, they was teaching us about the world when they was teaching us, about Margaret Thatcher, you know what I'm saying, and Gandhi, Mother Teresa, you know what I'm saying, and different people of the world populations. Lenin, Churchill, Stalingrad. That's one thing that people don't know. The culture has been taught. We know so many other different cultures. Why are other cultures so scared to get into black culture. You know what I mean? And I will say, I understand that because when hip hop was coming up, we didn't want motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, doing our break dances. We didn't want, and I'm gonna respect the community guidelines on YouTube and on Facebook. And if I don't, then fuck it. It is what it is. What it ain't, it shall never be. And if this is your first time joining me, I would like to say welcome to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? And who am I? I am your voice of choice. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Hello, I am your voice of choice, the one and only conversation. They call me Michael Coates. You know what I'm saying? You see that gold in my mouth and that gold microphone? Send the black man some stars. You see that right there? I need some stars. You know what I mean? I ain't begging for it, but check this out. You know what I'm saying? Hand the man something that can flip inside his hand, that's something tangible, and that, you know, he can spin it, you know.
It is what it is. What it ain't, it shall never be. Ooh. What it ain't, it shall never be. I like that one right there. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like the land of the lost. You got to keep going, you know? And it is what it is. What it ain't, it shall never be. And like I said, as I'm cascading, you know, hold on, turn that down. We go hello, yeah, we're gonna put it back on there right there. So that's pro sound. Yeah, let me break the fat off. You know, let me put my shine on because when I get up off here, I am going to wang. When I say wang, my neighbors, they're gonna be okay because I don't wang too much. But I'm gonna knock the motherfucking cards up off this house of cards. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel good, you know? And life is so quiet, you know. I don't even hear nobody fucking in my building. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know if they spooning. I don't my bedroom was dry, but my bedroom ain't dry no more. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like having that pink cookie. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful when that pink cookie can taste another pink cookie. And to have that beautiful Snickers right there to go inside they almond joy so they can feel my Mars, you can really understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's about M&Ms. This chocolate melts in her mouth and not in her hands. Let me tell you that again. Let me tell you that again. This milk chocolate melts in her mouth and not in her hands. And it's a beautiful thing. And even though a lot of people, and I'm gonna say it like this because the reason why I am the way I am, because I had pimping in my life. Shout out to Pimpin' Adolf, you know what I'm saying, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? One of the people that groomed me to be one of the finest slick talkers, you know what I'm saying? And to have a foundation, not to lie, but to present my conversation in a way that I want somebody, you know what I'm saying, to put forth an effort and a cool demeanor that we can all understand and that we can live in a communal situation. It's a wonderful thing to see two roses touch with the softest wind and the nicest glare of sunshine. And when the soil is good and they enriched and they grow, that's a wonderful thing. Because it's not taboo. You know what I'm saying? To all the women out there, you ain't taking no dick in the ass. To all the women out there, you ain't sucking that man dick. To all the women out there, you don't like dick by the pound. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What it ain't, it shall never be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't politically correct because I am not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give life out a shout out. You know what I'm saying? And like I told my man E today, and I don't know how the hell I came up with this. I said, I'm a man who has found a diamond, you know what I'm saying, with a sapphire glow. That diamond likes another diamond. So I want to see how that sapphire glow glows up off both those diamonds. I'm a man that had a ruby for a number of years, but the ruby just wouldn't shine the way I wanted to. So that ruby is what other precious gems, and that ruby is finding its way to a new owner. You know what I'm saying? I don't own the person I'm with. I'm not an owner of a person. You know what I'm saying? But when you can have a mutual agreement with another human being about having experiences with other human beings, you know what I mean? I'm just not with the hell, cause I mean it's many a times I done been in relationships with women. I be like, damn, your sister fine as hell. I be like, damn, your mama still got some titties. You know what I'm saying? So you can say I'm wrong, you can say I'm right. You know what I mean? But in the 70s and 80s, people was touching their kids. You know what I'm saying? They was touching them in the shower. They was touching them in their rooms. And they was catching their ass in the dark when they had nobody to protect them. And they stole their innocence. We'll get to that later. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to that later. But tell your mama I said hi, and tell your auntie I said don't ask why. Yeah, I'm gonna talk that talk, and I'm gonna talk, you know what I'm saying, from my point of view and what I've learned. And I've learned that if I see a child's eyes and I see that look in their eyes, I'm out to protect them. I'm a master trainer that does security. You know what I mean? And in the process of using my sponge, you know what I'm saying, to get to other places and other realms in life. What am I gonna do? I told you I'm gonna open up my closet, throw these skeletons right in front of you, and let you look at them and let you see what you see. And if you can learn something from it, thank you. If you can't, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But if you took the time to listen, then you know what I'm saying? You definitely you like to think. I'm an intellectualist. I'm a poor righteous teacher. You know, I'm gonna talk about what I've been through, what I've seen, you know, the pressures, the economic, you know, the economic and socio economic disciplines and laws and fucking stringent lines that I live in. That I walk out my house or walk out my apartment. And if somebody choose to have a bad day that's in a uniform, or if somebody choose to be, you know what I mean, racism had its turn in the Oval Office. It didn't do nothing with it. What it did was it showed a bunch of fucking treasonous ass traitors to go into the White House, which was built by all black people. How dare you motherfuckers say that it's your house? Because I remember when I was watching the fucking traitors go into the White House. Democracy is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Racism is a bitch, but democracy is a beautiful thing. It's an idea. It's a fragile idea. It's an idea that's bent on every man and woman is of equal value. And I remember watching them fucking traitors coming out the Capitol. And that's the first time in the history of the United States of America that a Confederate flag walked on that floor. You know what I mean? And all them people in prison, they crying out. Trump ain't coming to get you. You are a convicted felon. You are in federal prison. Your life has changed. Everybody know who you are. Don't nobody want to be around you. You treasonous. You're a traitor. You know what I'm saying? You try to uphold the Constitution. And I do stand on that. I do stand on my blackness, and I do stand, you know, with black activism, and I do stand against the orange people. You know, and when I was working in Northbrook, so many fucking people, when I was at Lifetime Athletic over on 1100 Skokie Boulevard, so many people used to walk up to me. I used to think, you know, I knew they had their hand behind their back, because when I first started training up there, nobody would train with me until Susan started training with me, my life coach. And she's still a wonderful part of my life. Her husband, and her two kids. And I ate at her house more than once. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of people I like to be around. You know what I mean? And not only have I gotten some of the lessons that I needed to learn, but I got them the right way. And when was America great? Because racism wasn't great. The Jim Crow laws wasn't great. The Civil War wasn't great. To secede from the Union wasn't great. You didn't win. You have to wonder, and I really don't wonder. Tonight was a good night. Thank you for allowing me into your hearts, your homes, and your minds. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm a black man telling a black man's story. I'm taking my skeletons and I'm throwing them out right in front of you, so you can understand. And if you don't know and understand the black experience, I'm gonna give it to you in its totality. I'm not gonna put nothing on it. I'm gonna put it straight forward for what it is and how I've been treated in this country, and how, you know, the reason why I pump myself into this muscle, so I can have a defense. One thing about the Bible, when white black people Christianity, we love Christianity more than they fucking do. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So, you know what I mean? Thank you, for listening to, my street talking motivational podcast tonight. My name is Michael Coates, you know what I'm saying? But my friends call me Conversation, you know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. Thank you for allowing me into your hearts, your homes, your minds tonight. And every Monday through Friday, at 6 p.m. through 7 p.m., you know what I'm saying? I do all of my episodes in 3 episodes, and then I read from the Book of Life or a publication that most people don't understand. You know what I mean? I'm a black man speaking from a black man's point of view in a white America. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, I'm not claiming my name Victor. My name is Michael. I'm not a victim because I'm coming for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm get a world of big kiss to all the women out there. And for all you ladies, it'll be a pleasure. And if y'all put it like this, ladies, share the pussy. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm gonna give you a big kiss and share the pussy with somebody that you want to share the pussy with. You know what I'm saying? Suck that man's dick. Love him, understand him. And if you want to fuck your friend, bring that bitch in too. Tell your mama I said hi, and tell your auntie I said don't ask why. It's been a pleasure hollering at y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? Stop being stringent. Stop holding your ass tight. Get up, do what you want to do in life. You know what I mean? Everything that was taboo in the 80s and the 70s and all that ain't shit taboo no more. Tell your mama I said hi, and tell your auntie I said don't ask why. You know what I'm saying? Does family come from outside the home, or does it come from your cousin? Y'all have a great fucking night. Tomorrow I will talk about part 2. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to spit that slang, mama. Good night, mama. And I'll check you out, daddy. It's been a wonderful thing. And thank you for everybody that has joined me. Send your man some stars. You know what I'm saying? I was born to be great. Have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Nice.